Carolina BBQ Festival's 5th anniversary is almost here. Get your tickets today for the Queen City's biggest barbecue party, April 17th and 18th, Victoria Yards in Uptown Charlotte. 30 Pitmasters are celebrating Carolina barbecue traditions, supporting Operation Barbecue Relief, and serving you the very best barbecue. The fun starts Friday night with the kickoff and a salute to all things Charlotte barbecue. Then we all get together for Barbecue Saturday and tasting plates from 25 Pitmaster stations. Tickets are going fast, especially VIP early entry. Get yours today, CarolinaBBQFest.org. Then join us April 17th and 18th for the Carolina Barbecue Festival. One of the most popular stations at the Carolina Barbecue Festival is Jon G's Barbecue. And Jon G's is just as popular at breweries around Charlotte, where the business originally started cutting brisket as a food truck. Of course, now on Saturdays, you'll pull up to the place in Peachland and still find just the same kind of loyal following that keeps patient fans coming out for the good stuff week after week. Today, we're excited to welcome back the leader of Jon G's, just one part of the team, Garren Kirkman. Garren, welcome back to the Low and Slow Barbecue Show.
Oh, thank you, Chigger. Always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to talk with you again. For people who don't really know Garren Kirkman, how would you introduce yourself to him? Maybe not as Jon G, but as Garren.
Oh, goodness. Guess just a guy crazy enough to start cooking barbecue, kind of what got my name out there. But other than that, man, just an average, ordinary guy. 2 kids, wife, happy life.
Those are the makings for a happy life, I can say so for sure. So now let's imagine that introduction came as you were just sitting down at a table for a barbecue meal. What would that barbecue meal consist of?
Oh, I think it would depend if I've been there before. If I have not been there before, I would try to get a little bit of everything as possible. I'd be the, just plattered out ridiculously, not able to eat it all, but a little bit of everything. If I'm going to go, if I'm going to make the effort to go, I'm going to support them. I'm going to try it all. If I'm a returning customer, I've probably got a few things dialed in and definitely going to attack those. So I can always find something good to eat at a barbecue restaurant.
Yeah, no joking. If you order the whole menu, you really can't go wrong any of those places. So let's talk back to Jon G's now. And I know you've gained some notoriety and definitely a great reputation in the barbecue world. But maybe for folks who don't know about you, take just a moment to introduce the business and let people know what to expect when they come to Peachland.
Yeah, so we're in Peachland, North Carolina. We are a no stoplight town. I think we've got maybe up to 430 people in Peachland now. Population triples on a Saturday for sure. But middle of the road or middle of nowhere on Highway 74. So if you leave Charlotte, go to Wilmington, you're going to go right by us. You'll miss it if you're not looking for it. But Saturdays come alive. It's just a real good time, man. People come out from all over, not just Peachland. And I mean, it shocks me where people come from. But just come out, have a good time. Get a belly full and heart of happiness.
And what is that belly filled with? Tell us about the barbecue, just an overview.
Oh, man. So I think we've got 9 different protein options on the board now. So brisket is kind of where I started, star of the show. But we're doing some pork belly cooked like brisket. We're doing burn-ins, your traditional pulled pork. We've got 2 house-made sausages, a cherry link, a queso Texicano link. We got spare ribs, we got turkey. And hopefully maybe something else drumming up in the future.
Yeah, and that's an interesting piece of
Depends if it turns out good.
Wait, there's a whole bunch of sides too. I know you're big on the sides as well.
More sides than I ever intended, that's for sure. Going back a little bit, most people know us from our start at a food truck, but it goes back 2 more years further than that. Man, when I say a business from the ground up, it was truly a ground up. We started doing pop-ups on Saturdays at Southern Range Brewing in Monroe. Mm-hmm. Literally a 10 by 10 white tent, 500-gallon smoker. Not a whole lot of room to operate there, but as we developed, we got in the food truck, started adding on stuff. it's just interesting how everything comes together. So we had hot sides room, but the generator only had capacity for that amount of hot sides. So we're like, hey, we got refrigerator space, so let's add on some cold sides. So now we have jalapeno cheese grits, macaroni and cheese, brown sugar smoked beans, brisket fried rice. So we're doing the Carolina BBQ Festival.
Yeah.
We've got tater tot casserole that we ground up our brisket, kind of make a cheeseburger out of it, and then put that into the tater tot casserole. Of course, Mexican street corn salad, another popular, and that was one of those cold sides we added on because we're like, hey, we got more room, got some power to work with here. So it's traditionally served hot, but we went with the cold route for that reason. For the generator in 2018 could only handle cold side. So yeah, it's pretty good selection.
I know that in the mornings there, when everybody starts lining up and getting gathered, there's another important part of the business that I don't know if it's more popular, but there's breakfast at Jon G's too. When did you guys start coming up with the kolaches and make that part of the plan? Yeah,
so cruising around Texas, there's kolaches a lot of places, but typically around Waco for sure. But there's a little place, more of like a fast food place for kolaches called the Kolache Factory. Very first time somebody went and picked them up, brought them back to the house, you open the bag, they all look the same. You just grab one out and get a surprise. It's like a box of chocolates not labeled or something. I was just, I don't know, awestruck by the whole thing. We label ours now, but man, just incredibly good. We make our own house-made yeast dough by hand. We don't have any fancy mixers or nothing. Maybe one day, but not yet. Yeah, we've got a variety of fillings in those, such as bacon popper, which is a push off of the Kolache Factory's popper. We do some sweet ones too, like a strawberry, apple. Right now, man, it's my favorite one ever. We've got a apple Biscoff. It's our apple filling, topping normally, but then we slam it with some Biscoff cookie butter.
Oh my goodness,
that's incredibly good.
Yeah,
there might be some left, but the staff don't eat them all.
Very decadent sounding for sure. But as I understand it, people can pull up to Jon G's and go in for the kolaches and go home. Maybe that's what everybody in Peachland does. I know I saw some law enforcement officers stopping in for breakfast. They don't stand in line. They get breakfast and move on. But if you're in line, you can also go get the breakfast. Yeah, it goes super fast. So like the normal line goes fast too, but you don't have like 150 people standing in front of you. Even if it's only a minute per person, that's a couple hours out. But yeah, breakfast you're getting a breakfast taco or a kolache. So it is just boom, 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 done. Super fast. Yeah, you pull up 9:20, you'll probably be first in line if the outside people don't beat you to it. But you'll be gone by 9:45. 8. Yeah. So that sounds like a good way to start a Saturday for folks that live nearby, for sure. Now I know that Southern Range Brewing was a part of that early days, but now as Jon G's has developed, you guys have kept the brewery rotation kind of as part of the business plan. So why have you continued to do this even while, you've got such a huge crowd coming out to Peachland every Saturday? Yeah. I think some of it's kind of like, people that just don't want to commit to the drive all the way to Peachland, even though it's like 45 minutes from Charlotte, it gives them a chance to get their feet wet per se. So yeah, we go to them. Hopefully in turn, they come to Peachland and get the rest of the menu. Like I said, you get the same brisket, the same pork, same sausage links, same sides, but it's all those extra, the beef rib. I didn't even mention that earlier. All those extra things. Visitor here. But yeah, like I said, man, we to go to them and let them try it out and, then maybe come out for the full Saturday experience. And you get a full crowd coming out at those brewery visits as well. As you were kind of giving the menu rundown of proteins and sides, you did mention one thing, maybe gave a hint that stuff that you're working on. How much are you still experimenting and thinking about adding new stuff to the menu? All the time. We're always playing with something. Sometimes it don't make the cut more times than not, because man, if I'm not like tickled to death about it, it's not going to make the menu. Pretty hard on myself. I suspect there's a lot of goodness that lies on the cutting room floor out there.
Yeah, the employees, man, we're there more than just Saturday, clearly. So yeah, it turns into a lunch on the average, and based on their reaction is kind of that helps me drive it too. They're pretty tough on me though.
Yeah. Now I know catering too is part of the business. Where does it fit into the Jon G's puzzle?
That's the other 50%, I would say.
Oh,
Yeah, obviously 1 day a week wouldn't support us, our employees, everything. They're all full time employees, so yeah, the catering really drives this business. Yeah, yeah, can't say enough about catering. It, it keeps us going.
so with that in mind, and you say you can't make it by on a day a week, I guess, would you guys ever consider opening up additional days besides the big barbecue Saturday? And how would that fit?
Yeah, if there's one thing I've learned running a business, never say never. I can remember, before we bought Peachland, like, oh, you should have a restaurant. You should open up by restaurants. Like, nah, I ain't doing that. Here we are. So yeah, I wouldn't say never. It's not. That's definitely not on the horizon. We just get so many people traveling. If somebody, all our majority of our crowds from Charlotte,
Mhm.
they're not going to be able to make it to Peachland, eat lunch, and head back. So I don't know. The event kind of thing's pretty fun too. So yeah, I never say never. We'll see.
Yeah, well, like you said, don't break it if it isn't, or don't tweak
That's
it if
true.
it ain't broke. So
Yeah.
Saturday definitely is a big experience. But some of the things that I know are curveballs that are coming at you and a lot of guys in the barbecue business is that changing economy and food costs. And I know for some of the stuff you're cooking, you mentioned the beef ribs and the brisket, those things are escalating a little bit. How do you manage that, and how has it impacted your business?
Oh man, we try to ride it out most of the time. If brisket spikes too high, we of course have to go up. But man, it's always something. We're checking out other briskets right now because the natural lines seem to be faded away. We've always used a natural brisket, no antibiotics, hormone, steroids ever.
Mm.
You're never going to have it on a shelf. They can do some weird lingo on that stuff, but we've always chose brisket that has never had it. The animals lived the perfect life and never got sick. But man, with rising diesel and all this other stuff, nitrogen, it's hard for the farmers to produce that kind of stuff. So
Hmm.
a lot of the packers have got away from that, and the natural either going up or getting out of it. So we're always looking. What can we do to keep putting out the best product we can?
Now, I heard a little rumor that there might be somebody out there, we won't mention any names, that's charging a brisket surcharge. Would you consider a $3 brisket surcharge for somebody that stepped up and ordered brisket, or we just kind of incorporate that into the regular price?
Yeah, we would probably just go the regular price. I mean, yeah, just try to keep it streamlined as possible.
Yeah, that adds another wrinkle in the business you probably want to try to avoid.
Yeah.
Speaking about that business wrinkle and the way you guys have migrated sort of from the pop-ups to the food truck to the brick and mortar, starting to see a lot of people, in spite of sort of the economic conditions, moving that same direction from food truck to brick and mortar. It seems like every week there's new people opening one up. So if there's somebody out there listening that maybe is thinking about that, what's some advice you would offer to those folks making the move from food truck to brick and mortar? Except for don't do it. We won't give them that advice.
No, we wouldn't say that, man. Um, I think the craziest thing, food truck, one thing people don't see, especially as a customer standpoint, it's triple the work. So you have to have a commissary kitchen, a commercial kitchen that you prepare your food in. So you have to
Mm,
start there, put it on the truck, go do what you're doing, go back to the commissary, unload it, clean up. I mean, it is a lot of work.
yeah.
The flip side of that is if you have a restaurant, there's a bigger gamble. You can entry level food truck a whole lot cheaper than entry level restaurant.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't do it any different than how we did it. So I'm not going to knock the food truck. It's just be prepared for a lot of work.
Always good advice anywhere in the restaurant business for
Yeah.
sure. And as you guys have been working, over these past handful of years now, how do you feel like the barbecue scene around the Carolinas has evolved since you guys started out?
Man, it's booming. We we'll get new friends every day that are starting restaurants. They'll come visit with us, and next thing you know, they're popping up or opening up a restaurant. It's really cool to see, man. Raleigh, Durham, they're getting a ton of visibility from their barbecue scene. So it's great to see. Hopefully get some of that in Charlotte pretty soon.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Raleigh Durham scene, and I know our friend Jake Wood and Lawrence Barbecue is kind of made a bigger move to a larger sort of an establishment. And recently I saw sort of one of the barbecue folks over there visiting him, specifically Daniel Vaughn, barbecue snob. I know he's been with you guys before and had complimentary things to say about that. As he's making his tour around the region again, I kind of think back to something that kind of percolated last year. Southern Living made their list of top barbecue places. I think maybe Jon G's got left out of it, and the barbecue snob called you out along with, Lawrence Barbecue. Get those guys on your list. Yeah. Did you catch wind of any of that, or did you hear any apologies from Mr. Moss?
Oh man, no apologies whatsoever. And man, honestly, I'm shocked to see us on a list versus not on a list. I mean, it's his list. He can do what he wants to. He's definitely. I don't think I'm going to step on his toes by saying this. He's definitely a regional, nostalgic kind of writer. Like, he likes places, been doing the same thing for a long time. Those Lexington barbecues, which I love. I mean, he's whatever. It's all
tradition,
good.
Sure.
That's right.
Yeah, not going to change your business at all, right?
No, we're doing good. Thankful to people that come out and eat.
Any publicity though is good publicity. I know, whether they're including you or not. What about social media? Talking about that publicity, what role does it play now in your business, especially since those early days? Because social media has really come along, but now I hit the Instagram, and Jon G's has always got some good looking stuff there.
Man, social media is wild. We put a lot of focus into a post, and it just don't do anything. And then, I post a picture of a guy holding bread and milk during the storm, and it just like takes off. So it's wild, totally unpredictable, but necessary for sure. We've got a good following. Very thankful for every one of those.
Speaking about the good following, also know you have a lot of good support that comes out every year for a charitable event that you guys do. Another one of those barbecue for the cause missions that are becoming more and more popular around the region. We'll talk about the Carolina BBQ Festival first, but let's talk about Jon G's Jubilee. I know y'all are lined up for what? Is it your 4th year doing that?
I believe so. Man, my days just fly by anymore. But yeah, it's let's see. The original one was when I turned 40. So yeah, I just wanted to basically have a party and give back, and it was successful. And yeah, we just kind of kept it going. It's good fun time to get our friends out, cook with us, and man, it brings out the best. The folks that buy those tickets are just awesome. Like, they are pumped to be there. It is the vendors that come in, our friends, and cook. Man, they are just blown away by how nice all the people that attend that festival are.
Well, and tell us, obviously it supports a charitable cause, so we don't have to go too deep. We can cover that more at another time, but tell us a little bit about what it benefits.
Yeah, all the money goes straight back to Anson County. It's pretty, I guess you would say, low down there on the poverty area. So yeah, we like supporting the kids, all the kids that might not get lunch over the summer when they're out of school. A lot of that goes back to them. They have a diaper fund. Books. The last year's, I think most of the money went towards their book club fund that got cut that year. Man, they were in tears. We were in tears. It's pretty sweet to see that come to fruition.
Yeah, so a great cause to support there. And correct me if I'm wrong, you normally do it on a Saturday. So you get up and you have normal barbecue Saturday, and then you turn around and deliver for Jon G's Jubilee. How do you swing? What's the logistics behind that?
It is just organized chaos. Kelly, my wife, man, she makes a lot of that happen because usually people start arriving and I'm talking. She's behind the scenes working like crazy, making it all happen. But yes, we got some volunteers that come in and step in, and the talent, man, they're so well versed. They just come in and knock it out. It's usually the last thing on our mind. So yeah, just getting the grounds cleaned up and reset. That's the lift.
How many people do you have go for Saturday and then come right back for Saturday evening?
There's a handful.
Yeah.
We had,
I mean, that'd be
I don't
full.
remember if it was last year or the year before that, a guy, they brought their whole RV out. I mean, they
Wow.
really made a day of it. So, yeah, I wouldn't say half or anything, but there's definitely, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 of them that are pulling the whole day with us.
Yeah, that's a day full of maybe not gluttony, but I feel like I'd be pretty full by the end of the day of that.
Man, with how
So
much, yeah, with
can
how
you
much food
reveal
tickets you
anything
play.
about this year's event? Again, we're still a little bit of ways off from it. Usually happens in June, but any talent or dates that you can share with us?
Yeah, man. Usually we keep kind of the same talent. We've had a few rotating through, and that's never because anybody didn't perform or anything like that. But we've got Jake Wood from Lawrence. He always crushes it. I mean, he's done tacos, burgers, wings. He kind of keeps the menu flowing through different dishes. We've got NC Oyster Company, the best oysters I've ever had. So always appreciate them coming out. Last year we had Dylan from Fort Grove and Anderson, South Carolina come up. I think he's going to come back. Let's see. Last year we had Michael Letchworth from Sam Jones cooking whole hog. The year before that, Elliot. Yeah, just some of those guys, man, they're just so busy. This past year, Elliot was starting up his new restaurant, so didn't want to bug him with all that. But yeah, man, it's cool.
It's been a great event. So coming up June 20th, and we'll have more details about that. We'll share it through our Instagram and our blog and newsletter that comes out. And so as our conversation continues with Garren Kirkman, we got to talk about the Carolina BBQ Festival. It's almost here, April 17th and 18th. First, it's the kickoff with Queen City Smoke. That features Charlotte area pitmasters from Union Barbecue, Max Speed Shop, Midwood Smokehouse, The Improper Pig, and Barbecue King. That's in Lincolnton. They'll all be there. You won't believe the menu these guys put together. You can see it at the Carolina BBQ Festival Instagram page. If you buy tickets, you can taste it all on a night of food, music, friends, April 17th. Then Barbecue Saturday features more than 25 pitmasters from across the Carolinas, Georgia, Virginia, Tennessee. VIP tickets still available. You can get them at the door. They'll get you in the door. You probably won't get them at the door, but you get a VIP ticket. You get in the door early, 11 o'clock. You'll also get access to the VIP area with oysters and champagne, as well as a $10 voucher for merchandise. Listen up, families with small kids, children 6 and under, get in for free. I know Garren's got some young people. They means a lot, those free meals for children. We enjoy those. So buy your tickets while you can, CarolinaBBQFest.org, or now look for them at our website, lowslowbbqshow.com. Then join us Friday night or Saturday for the big barbecue bites that you can't find anywhere else except for in Victoria Yards in Uptown Charlotte. Jon G will be bringing his there. So, Jon G, I know you're one of the 5-timers here for the 5th anniversary of the Barbecue Festival. Tell us how you got on board with this in the beginning 5 years ago.
Yeah, man, Sweet Lewis Donald called me up, and man, no hesitation there. Sign us up. We're there. Happy to do it, man. Good chance to hang out with some good friends again, just like the Jubilee, but ultimately give back to the community.
So what keeps you coming back year after year, apart from all those things that you mentioned?
Man, that's what more could you ask for? I mean, some of the people I've talked to, for this year, I've never actually met in person. So it's pretty dang cool to get to meet those people and cook together.
Yeah, so you get to meet some celebrities, just like us. We get to meet some of the people that we've learned about and eaten from and followed for a long time now. So this year, you mentioned it, brisket rice is on the menu. Tell us about it.
Yeah, man, brisket fried rice. So yeah, start out our brisket, put it on a flat top, put it all together, and dish it out, man. Something hopefully that'll go fast. In the past years, we've done beef ribs. We typically go pretty fast, but yeah, the faster the better, man. We try to get these people eating and happy so they can move on to the next one.
And the yum yum sauce is going to be there too.
Oh yeah, you got to put the yum yum. I think we're going to go ahead and make it all ready to go this year.
I got you. So all you got to do is scoop it and deliver it and enjoy.
That's it. Ready.
Anything that you look for apart from meeting the pitmasters? Do you ever try to get out and taste anything, especially early on? And if so, is there anything that you're looking forward to?
Oh gosh, all of it. Man, I was just talking to Ben's Backdraft, man, the moon pie banana pudding.
Oh yeah.
I was slamming that last year.
Yeah.
Cold, I was hot, it was sweet. Yeah, it was definitely sweet.
Yeah. Advice
So,
to everybody out there, though, I'm sure you'll agree with, don't eat too much of that at the beginning because you'll get full on banana pudding and miss out on all the protein.
hey, life's short. Eat dessert first.
That's some great advice there with Garren Kirkman from Jon G's. And John, as we sort of start to wrap it up, John Garren, this is sort of the part of the show where we invite you to talk about something important. Is there anything going on that you want people to know more about?
Oh man, nothing too crazy. And just get out there and support barbecue. I think barbecue is just naturally one of those cuisines that everybody wants to kind of pin against each other and compare and say, oh, this one's the best, this one's the best. Just go out there and support them. Find something you like. And we're just humans trying to make a living, cook for our families. Staff same way. Just go find something you enjoy, man. That's about as simple as it gets.
And that, my friends, is the final word from Garren Kirkman from Jon G's Barbecue in Peachland, North Carolina. You can find out more about Jon G's at his website, Jon G's Barbecue. That's JONGS, barbecue spelled out.com. You can also find Jon G's on Instagram for food pics and his schedule of stops around the region. John, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, man. Like I said, always a pleasure. Can't wait to see you at the Carolina BBQ Festival.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that coming up this Saturday, April 17th and 18th. And of course, you've been listening to the Low and Slow Barbecue Show, sponsored by the Carolina BBQ Festival at Victoria Yards in Uptown Charlotte. Reserve your tickets at the Carolina BBQ Festival at CarolinaBBQFest.org. Be sure and use promo code Low and Slow for your discount. To our audience, thank you for listening to the Low and Slow Barbecue Show. In spite of my rough voice, it's been a cold and all that Carolina pollen's driving me crazy. Like I know it is you too. But if you like what you hear in spite of the sound, share our podcast with your food-loving friends, and please give us a 5-star rating on your favorite stream. You can visit lowslowbbqshow.com and subscribe to our podcast. That's where you'll also find our interviews with other pitmasters and chefs that are in this year's Barbecue Festival. And you can find our blog as well as a sign up for our weekly newsletter that deliver news and food truck stops to your email inbox on Tuesdays. Don't forget, you can find pictures and videos from all the barbecue events exclusively at our Instagram page. Just find Low and Slow Barbecue Show. You'll get reels from all those big events, including the festival and from the barbecue brunch not too long ago. The Low and Slow Barbecue Show is proud to be part of the Mesh.tv network of podcasts. That's where Andrew Moose makes sure our interviews get delivered to your ears and eyeballs, both here and on our YouTube channel. So for the Low and Slow Barbecue Show, I'm Chigger Willard, reminding you that for the best barbecue and the best barbecue podcast, make it low and slow.